Good morning. It is 4th of July weekend. I have to go to a party. I need to bring something. However, I'm still kind of on my shred. So I want to take something that I know that I can eat and is going to be delicious. So I've kind of already started without you. I'm sorry. I forgot. Somebody wanted me to show them what I was doing for the green beans. So here it is. This is for you, Dawn. Okay, so I've already started. I basically just put bacon grease into my pan. I had my bacon grease from the last week when I made my bacon. I just basically stuck some tongs in, did a turn. That was probably 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. Put this back in the fridge. Got my green beans out. You can use fresh or you can use frozen. I bought these when they were on sale, and I threw them in the freezer because I didn't use them and I wanted to freeze them. All right, so in my pan, I have 2 tablespoons of bacon grease. I just sauteed 1 whole onion. That's it. That's all I've done so far. I'm going to bring my heat back up because I had to get it set up to show you what I was doing. What I did not do yet is season. So I'm going to go ahead and season with pepper, garlic salt, and a little bit of red pepper flakes. So again, we got to season every layer. So this is just the onion and the bacon grease. I'm going to do garlic salt just a tiny bit because that bacon grease is salty. Just want to give it a little bit of salty garlic flavor. And I'm going to do my red pepper flakes. My red pepper flakes, not too much, because you know Neil doesn't like spicy. Oh, I love red pepper flakes. So I'm just going to take a pinch, pretty big pinch. I'm going to put it in with my onions. So the heat is going to open up those pepper bits. And it's going to bloom up the herb, the seed. Okay. Get it up back to medium. Stir it up. Eat your green bean. I love frozen vegetables. I'm not going to cut them. I want them to be long. So I can pick them up with tongs and like give everybody, you know, like 8 or 10 green beans. I'm just going to dump them in. I'm going to use the whole bag because I'm going to save some for us for dinner. Okay, got my green beans in. Next step, bacon. You know I love my bacon. So I'm going to take my bacon that I cooked off this week, and I'm basically just going to cut up, not real big. I'm kind of doing smaller bits today because I want it to really incorporate in the beans so they kind of stick to the beans. Cut this up. What else am I going to use? I would normally throw in sun-dried tomatoes, but I looked. I don't have any sun-dried tomatoes. I need to put it on my grocery list. But I am going to end it with Parmesan cheese. This is the good stuff. It was in my freezer because I threw all my cheese in the freezer. So it's the big shred. So when it's completely done, I'm going to throw this in there, toss it up. So at the party, we can eat it cold or we can eat it hot. Doesn't matter. It can sit out. It's not going to spoil. That's what you want. You want food that can sit out and it won't spoil because it's a party. It's 4th of July, so you don't know how long it's going to be sitting out. And I'm going to take some out and keep here for dinner. Sometimes I use feta cheese, which is awesome, but I don't have any. So I'm going to just use my Parmesan cheese. So basically it's just your bacon grease, your onion, your green beans, your garlic salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, your green beans, your bacon, and your Parmesan cheese. That's it. It's super simple. Less is better. All right, stay tuned and I'll show you what it looks like in the end. Okay, got my bacon in. Decided to show you more. Season. Got to season those green beans now. We're going to season it with the black pepper. And I'm going to go with my garlic powder this time. Garlic powder this time. I don't want it to be too salty. Okay, I'm going to toss it up. Where's my tongs? Because I don't want my onions to burn. I'm going to take the sides, put them into the center, put fresh green beans back on the edge of the pan. Make sure I get those onions up because I don't want them to burn. Get the bacon down so the bacon keeps cooking. Kind of burns off all the any fat that might be on those pieces of bacon. Done. Now I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm going to cook this. What time is it? It's 10:16. I'll let you know. Probably 5 minutes. Okay, done. Done. 4 minutes, not 5. Turn it all the way off. The reason you don't want it to go too long is they're bright green, which is what you want. You don't want them to start to turn like a dull green because then they're overcooked, kind of like the way your grandma maybe cooked them, or maybe your mom. Back in the day, growing up, my mom would kill the green beans. Sorry, Mom. And then they look like the canned green beans, which is not what you want. That's why you bought fresh. You want to keep them as fresh as you can. So I'm going to take them off the heat. I'm going to let this totally cool. Once it cools, I'm going to dump my Parmesan cheese in there. Parmesan cheese. And that's it. They're going to be done. But I'm going to wait until that's totally cool. I'm going to actually take them out of the pan now. So stand by. Got them in my pan. Love this little pot. I'm going to take this to the party with the lid on it. I got it in Africa back in the day. All right, so I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, even though it's steamy, because I want them to cool down really quick. Then I'll put my Parmesan cheese. The rest of the green beans, I'm just going to put in a container and put it in the fridge, and we're going to have that for dinner. Okay. Pulling out the rest of the green beans and the onions. I was using my handy dandy spoon. I'm going to scrape down all of the bacon, all of the onions, and then sift it out. Do I want this liquid? Not really, because it's really just water from the green beans that were frozen and bacon grease. So I don't want it to re-solidify on my green beans. So I'm just going to pour that out. I have decided, though, on my green bean salad, I want to put some herbs. So I'm going to go outside and look and see what I have. I think I have parsley and oregano still growing really well. So I will toss that in. Parsley and oregano, ready to go. So I'm going to just get that ready. Again, we're just going to take our oregano and we're going to slide straight down the stem to get the leaves off. I'm really not going to chop it up too much because the leaves are pretty tender already. But the parsley for sure. Parsley's a little tougher. And I'm just going to keep it in this bowl until the green beans are cooled. And then once they're cool, I'll add in that cheese, this parsley. I might season them again. I'm going to try them. You know, we got to keep seasoning as we go. Clara likes parsley. She's underneath my feet. We're going to season as we go. So now we're going to wait for everything to cool down. Here's our herbs. We're ready for a great party. Green beans are cool. What am I going to do next? I'm going to take herbs. So I went and got the parsley and the oregano, and then I went out and got some mint. This is going to be really good because I'm going to make it cold and it's going to be kind of more like a salad. So I went and got some mint. I'm going to dump all that in there. We're going to add a little splash of lemon juice. If you have fresh lemons, do fresh, but I don't have any on hand. So I'm just going to use a little bit of lemon juice, and that's just going to brighten it up, kind of bring all the flavors together. So we're going to add in the herbs, add in the lemon juice. Don't forget the cheese. Then my cheese is thawed now. I'm in the freezer. Oh, I love Parmesan cheese. We're going to sprinkle the Parmesan cheese on it. I probably did half of that. This is 5 ounces, so I probably did 2.5. I'm going to just toss this up. It's going to stick to the green beans because the green beans still are a little wet and they're cold and the cheese is cold, so it's all going to stick together. And we are done. We're going to try it. So good. A little more salt. Because we were very careful to not add too much salt. Because of that bacon grease. But we want a little bit more salt. Toss it up. Look at that. Green beans stuck with cheese. It's perfect. All right. Lid. Put it back in the fridge until I'm ready to go to the party. And we are done. You have a green bean salad that you're going to be able to take to any party. Put it in your container. Put it in your fridge. It's going to sit out at the party. It's not going to spoil as long as it's not hot. Don't sit it outside in the sun. But it can sit inside someone's house on the counter all day and it would be fine. At the end of the party, however, I would throw any food that is left away. You don't want to save any of that because it's, one, been picked over. Everyone's been breathing on it. But then also, it's been sitting out too long. So just get rid of all of it. All right, I hope you have a great 4th of July. And if you're coming to the party that I'm at, you got to try my green bean salad. Bye.